Hi, welcome to Subcreation. I'm Nathan. I'm an artist and a designer, and this channel is about creative process. Today, I'm going to continue my series of animals in white charcoal, but we're also going to try something new today. I'm going to solve the Rubik's Cube here in the middle of my stream. Previously, I was doing it toward the end, and if someone is able to guess my time ahead of time, how long it takes me to do it, I'm going to have that person pick a reference for a drawing, and I'll draw whatever they pick within reason with colored markers. I'm thinking maybe the restrictions would be pick something on Pinterest to kind of make it easy. Send me the link in the chat. And also I can also post links to my boards if you want to make it easy. If you pick something off of my existing boards, that will make it easy. Or if you have, anyway, so yeah, and I'll be doing it in color charcoal or color marker. So you'll be able to pick something colorful. We'll see how that goes. This will be my first color marker drawing. So, yeah, I just thought it would be interesting to break things up and have a little variety, and especially a little more interactivity with viewers. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll just iterate on it. That's the essence of creative process, is to try things out and to iterate on things based on the results. So now let's go ahead. We're going to jump right into the white charcoal. And let's see. Just realized I do not have my mobile dashboard up here. All right, so here you can just take a look through the drawings I've done previously. There's a little bit better without so much light. So we did this bat. This tiger was actually a co-stream with Kit Slam. It was something he did it in color, but also on black, and I did this while he was streaming, so we worked on the same thing at the same time. This experiment in co-streaming. This panther is this was actually the first one that I did, Black Panther, and this guy is actually a pine marten, and he was drawn for the February Fauna Focus art evaluation. So that is the work that I've been doing, and now I'm going to be continuing work on. Oh, I've got a little bit of a problem. My window is overlapping my reference. Let me just pull that out of the way here. I don't know how it happened. Oh, I can collapse that right here, I think. Yeah. So you can see the reference for the image I'm working on now has been up on the screen. And this, I've essentially done his head, his two fins on his sides, and his body. And we're going to be filling in, I don't know how well you can see it. Actually, if I do turn the light on or bring the light back, it helps a little bit to see. I do the construction lines in pencil, in black pencil on black paper. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the music. And we'll get going on this. I think this is going to be a little bit easier to see without so much of the light. It's a little tricky because it turns up a lot better on the camera without the light, but it's a little easier for me to see with the light. So we'll have to strike sort of a middle ground there between the camera and that. Oh, hi, Catlin. Thanks for joining. All right. So let's see. You can see there's a lot of tonal variation between this area up here is a lot brighter, and then this is darker. Now, my method, what I usually try to do is I work from what I've identified as being sort of the emotional center out, which is why I did the eyes first and then worked my way back onto the body. But so the fins actually are they had kind of like I'd say this image has kind of a dancer quality to it, and I think that the fins are like the legs and the arms. And if you're doing a drawing of a dancer, that's probably something you'd catch fairly early on. So maybe if I were to do it again, I might start with the eyes and then jump to the fins. But I'm going to go ahead and just start getting some of these key lines in here. It looks like this one here is kind of important. How's everyone doing out there? You have a good day, Catlin? Looks like Catlin must be in lurk mode. That's cool. We love our lurkers. That's the way to do it. That's how I do it. Yeah, so my goal for this piece would be to catch the emotional aspect of it. I want to convey the emotion that I catch, that I sense, that I'm picking up off of the reference when I am working with an image that really is largely being drawn from reference. And in this case, let's see, when I look at it now, fish don't really have as much emotion to work with in the first place. But that doesn't mean that you can't sort of add something in there, sort of project something into it. And when I see this guy's face, I'm seeing part of it is by the way he's sort of turning. I don't know, he's got kind of what would be the expression that we see there? I'd be interested to hear what you think. I'm seeing kind of like he seems like somebody who's kind of interrupted, or is like, oh hey, what's that? Maybe he's distracted. It isn't a wealth of emotion to tap into there for sure. And then the overall feeling of the piece, as I was saying, is sort of like a dancer. Sort of maybe like the dancers that you see that have sort of the flowing ribbons that they're working with or something. That's the effect that you get from these fins. And so that's what I want to get across, is that feeling of sort of flowing ribbon-like movement. The stream might be a little short because I have to get up really early tomorrow, and I've had a really long day already because at work I'm doing a series of user tests, some of the most sophisticated and intensive user tests I've been involved in. So I'm quite tired. And I want to get some rest, and I'm going to also, as I was saying, I'm already planning also on waking up early tomorrow. We're going to debrief on the work that I was doing. So So I'm going to probably do maybe a 1-hour stream tonight. So that means in about 15 minutes, we'll probably call it on the charcoal drawing. And then we'll try something new with the Rubik's Cube solve in the middle of the stream. And boy, this is a little too chill. I feel like I'm listening to let's see. Let's try another channel and see if that livens things up at all. But I don't necessarily want to put everyone to sleep just yet. I'm hoping to find a few different experiments to do on stream here pretty soon. Maybe next week when I have a little more time. Maybe doing a number of stream improvements ultimately. So one is I'm planning on improving the overall the windowing, the way that the video is presented. I'm going to have and set it and add some additional graphics around that video. And what else am I planning on doing? I'm going to improve the intro, the stream starting. I'm going to make a longer version of that. I'm going to make a version of it that allows to basically make a version of the I'm going to make a short version for when my stream crashes, make a longer version for when I'm actually starting, and a shorter version for when my stream crashes, because I usually want to bring it back up quicker when my stream crashed. But I do still need a little bit of time when you're coming back, because what happens is your stream crashed and there's a bit of a moment where you lost people and you need them to have a minute to get your notification and come back. And if you come back and start talking right away, people miss it. Or if sometimes it can just be awkward. You start a stream right up and you're on screen and you're like, oh, I think I'm on, hi. And having a little bit of a stream starting intro helps that. So I'm going to make a couple variations of that. I'm going to make a better I'll be right back screen that allows the art that I'm working on to stay up on screen. I want to experiment with adding one of those panels, adding in a panel where you can see past art projects, so I'm not always bringing things up on screen. And maybe I could have something where I push a button and it starts playing the video, or playing like a sequence of it. Or maybe I like how Russell Stewart has he has a panel and it's doing high speed, what do you call it? High speed time lapse of art that he's done in the past. So I thought I might do a few time lapse pieces from the older videos I've been making previously. And what else? And probably doing a little bit more experimentation with like interactivity with the audience, like what we're going to be trying here in a little bit. thought it might be interesting to come up with some sort of audience interaction around rating. Maybe an easy way to submit suggestions for rating. I guess that's already easy to do in the chat, but I don't know. I thought that could be fun. Something with rating. Oh, actually, the big thing I need to work on, hopefully I'll get to next week before anything else, is I owe emoticons to my subscriber. I have a subscriber, which is actually a huge step. It's pretty exciting. And I wanted to try co-streaming of music channels. I thought that would be an easy way to get music without having to listen to the same these same songs on Pretzel Forever. So I looked into that. I know one person who plays in the music section, Morwick. I asked him about that on his stream last night, and he says that that is something he allows. Unfortunately, he's not on tonight, but we'll see. I have not seen him on when I was streaming, so eventually I'm going to be adding a couple nights to my streaming schedule. Thinking most likely Thursday is a candidate, and Tuesday. So I'm thinking, or not Tuesday, Monday. So that means my new schedule will be, if I do this, I think I probably will try it, will be Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm having a hard time seeing this where this line is. Okay, there we go. And then the other idea I had, I discovered an interesting channel last night. When Peppo finished his stream, he rated something I hadn't seen before, which is I Paint Creatures. And I was impressed. There was a lot of fun stuff going on his channel. He does something where he draws, he takes basically a prompt from the audience. He basically gives them a format to describe a creature to him, and then he paints it. And so he has a book he's filling up, which he calls Creaturepedia. And it was a lot of fun. So I thought that there's some things he's doing that I was thinking about doing an intro, like an animation, using Oculus Medium and another program called Tavori. And I was thinking of doing something like that, having some sort of interstitial animations during my stream that would sort of queue up different activities. Something kind of like an imaginary parallel world to what's happening here. It's something I want to experiment with. Kind of like if you ever saw Mr. Rogers, he had a thing that he did where they went to this trolley went to this other world, and there was make-believe land, and there was like all these characters in that world and things that are happening there that would relate to the topic of the show. And I was thinking of doing something like that, where take a little bit more planning, but I did do some more planning in my earlier channels, so I'd like to get back to a little bit of that, where you have sort of a topic that you're talking about and having that kind of be connected to some sort of planned sections there. So those are some of the ideas. We'll see what I get to. Like I was saying, today I was a little short on, or today I may be a little short on streaming time just because I have some work obligations that are taking up more of my energy. Okay. Definitely see there's a little distortion happening in this, but it seems like it's all right. Oh, the other thing that Creature, that I Paint Creatures was doing, it was really fun, is he has some sort of control on his page that allows you to sort of use bits to sort of direct or interact with his art. I don't think I want to give over too much of the reins of what I'm doing, although I'm already doing that a bit with this this contest, the Rubik's Cube. I do it on time. All right, you got about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to. I might take a short break, and then we'll probably come back to the Rubik's Cube competition, and then a quick marker drawing, my first color marker drawing on stream. And if we don't get any votes, then I'll just pick something myself. That's fine. But if we don't get any votes and you do vote, then you'll have a pretty good shot at it, because any vote would be closer than no vote. Let's see, I got this to bring that up there a bit. Actually, if you're listening, if you're not in lurk mode, I'll take those bets, those guesses anytime. Just go ahead and guess. Whether you think it'll be 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you saw last time, you might just guess what my previous time was and see if that happens again. Does anybody remember what my previous time was? Long time. All right, coming down to it, it's almost 8:30. That's when I'm gonna switch over to the Rubik's Cube. And if we don't get guesses, that's fine. I'll just solve the cube. And then I'll pick my own image. That's fine. I'm sure it's busy. You guys are probably busy out there. All right. Well, I made a little bit of progress there. Not too much, but it's something. This is bothering me a little bit, though. I want to kind of fill that in a little bit too much. A little dark. All right. I will set this aside, and we're going to go ahead with the Rubik's Cube solve anyway. I am going to guess for myself. I'll go ahead and put it in the time. I'm going to win my own competition, and I'm going to get to pick my own reference. So my guess is I'm going to go with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So first I've got to mix it up, of course. I'm going to kill the music. This is not really Rubik's Cube solving music in my opinion. Okay. So I'm saying 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Right now I'm just mixing it up. Trying to get a good mix. I'll do the thing where I give myself a moment to inspect it before I start. A little bit of a head start. And I'm going to switch here over to my stopwatch. Excuse me. Got a stopwatch right here. All right. See, so my time last time was, I think it was a minute and I can't remember for sure. A minute 45 maybe, a minute 30 something. One of my better times. Okay, so that's plenty of mixing. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so that's enough mixing. So I'm gonna take a moment to inspect it. So usually what I'm doing actually when I'm inspecting it is I'm just finding the pieces that have the yellow edges. So I'm finding these two guys and this one and that one. So now I know where all the yellow pieces are. I'm basically gonna be forming a cross anyway. So that's what I'm doing. I can basically see that I've got. I'm gonna move that guy there, and then I'm gonna flip that guy around, and then this guy. I flip that guy around. Actually, I'm probably gonna move this guy out of the way when I do that. So I'm gonna go boom and move that there, that there. I'm gonna try to get that over there, and then this red one I'll deal with last. So let's see how fast I can do this. And go. Okay. Like that. And this. Okay, so now I've got the cross, and I'm going to. Okay, I got one. These two are already together, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that one where it goes. This guy is actually pretty close. There we go. And this one here is actually almost done too. This is kind of a lucky solve. I may dramatically beat my time if I keep up with this fortune. Such good fortune. Okay. Take. Let's see. Push that one over like that. And I'm going to, there we go. It seems like I'm slowing down. I had such a good time and I lost a lot of time there. And, oops, wait, I did something wrong. Let me try it again. There we go. And now I just need to wrap this up. Got this guy. And one more, and then I think we'll be done. Oops, no, I thought I was done. I miscalled it. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, so 2 minutes and 5 seconds. So let's see, mine was the only guess, and 2 minutes 30 seconds is pretty darn close to 2 minutes and 5 seconds, given the possibilities. So we're going to switch over to here to Pinterest, and I'm just going to search through and see what we find. It looks like there's a lot of character sketches, which could be fun. Let's take a look. Mostly character sketches. Let's see, I'm going to go to my boards because this is... Let's see. These could be interesting. Let's see, we got bunnies and tigers and deer. And so this is something I'm going to be doing in a color pencil. So I'm going to want to pick something that this is going to be color pens, so I want to pick something that is interesting in color pens. And I think actually this bird back here is kind of interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that. So let's go back to this view. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better. Okay, that's fine. All right. I wish I could get that line just off the screen, but that's... Oh, there we go. That was so close. All right, anyway. So I'm going to pull up some white paper. And I'm going to do my construction lines in blue. Want to use a lot of the paper. This will be interesting because I picked this one partly because I like that there's a fair amount of black. So I'd like to use black and have some strong contrast in this. So yeah, that's... I thought it was interesting that there's some color, but then there's also a lot of contrast, and I'll probably be doing some color going for the background. So we'll just see how that goes. I've been watching Gregory Peppo working with color markers like this, so I'm excited to give this a try. It's my first time doing this. We'll see what that's like. Yeah, and quick comment to the stream, let you guys know I won my competition. All right. This puffy Chest is interesting. Have these little feet happening here. Right. Let's bust into the markers and see what this is like. I've noticed that Gregory Peppo seems to work kind of from dark, or from light to dark, so he doesn't start out with the really bold colors initially. And we're going to start out maybe with a little bit of a cool gray. See some cool gray up in here maybe. Seeing that there's a bit of a texture to that, so I'm doing that kind of thing, and we'll go ahead and looks like it's a little, these markers are a little bit transparent, so it's been a while since I worked with really transparent markers. See, there's kind of a warm gray through here. It looks like maybe it's more than warm gray. A dark, maybe slightly darker warm gray. Oh, these have two sides. I didn't quite realize that. But yeah, there's some of that happening through here. So Peppa last night was saying it was important to make sound effects. So I guess I should give that a try. Want to learn from other streamers. Although I think my markers are already kind of making their own sound effects. But it goes sort of some like laser sounds is what I was hearing going on there. Oh, you know, I lost this. Oh, this is the gray I was using before. That's interesting. You know what? I'm going to turn the music back on since I'm drawing again. So back to that. I've got to try a different channel though. This is I'm going to try something else. Seems like there's a really warm color, almost a potato brown maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's this one. Oops. There's a little, there's maybe a little bit of that. Not too much of it, to be honest. Maybe cream. Got to kind of experiment here, which is a little challenging to do in kind of real time there. That's all right. That's all an experimental learning process. Oops. Keep taking the wrong side. I have lost my phone. Bring that back over here. Got my dashboard up. All right. Going to go ahead and start with the cream, I think. Uh-oh, you gotta love Windows. Always trying to keep me up to date. I'm missing a little bit of this gray over here. All right. Get a little bit more out of cream on a slightly browner color, maybe potato brown. Oops. Oh, I've got a dead marker. Maybe wonder if these are connected or if I'll have color on the other side. There's a little bit of color on the other side. All right. I'd like another gray to fill in some of this here. Don't really want any. There isn't really much white or any white, so much white in here at all. All right. It's shaping up all right. A little bit of this going down here. I'm gonna need more of a orange, maybe terra coral. Does that look like it? Yeah, that's a little closer. I wanted a little bit more. A little bit more of a. Oh, this one's dying, so that's not so good. French vermilion. Really would like just an orange, more of an orange. Ah, there we go. I'll just go straight orange. So it's definitely very orange up in here. His back seems quite orange to me, so I'm gonna. Oh, Dom Kizzle, hey. Welcome. Sorry, I lost my track of the conversation there. Hello. The beta fish. So the beta fish is still going. I'm not finished with it, but I'm taking a break to try out some color. So yeah. So we'll see. It's still going. Just want to have a little bit of variety today. If I'm going to do longer pieces like that, I think I need to do a bit of break things up a bit, work on it for a little bit and then do something else. That was kind of an advantage of doing I was doing warm-ups before, but once I get into a piece and I'm not doing warm-up for that piece, it gets a little stale if that's all I do. So wonder how yellow would work in here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Cool, those normal markers. Yeah, so these are, it says touch 5 on them, twin marker. So you got a chisel on one side and then you have the fine point on the other. And I don't know if these look a little bit different than whatever Peppo's been using on his channel, but I wanted to try something in this. Some of these are kind of drying out though, so I might need to go pick some up. But yeah, thanks for dropping in, Dom Kizzle. It's great to have you with us. How are things going? I saw you're getting ready for your stream pretty soon, right? I'd like to know when you get your schedule figured out. Definitely want to. Let's see. Those colors are all blue. I think I need to use kind of a gray over some of this. We'll see if that works. If you can kind of combine gray. Maybe a green gray. Because there's a bit of a shadow going on here that I feel like, oh, this one's dead. Bummer. Set that aside. Maybe I'll try one gray. Aiming for Saturday during the day. Oh, I'm sorry, I won't be able to catch it on Saturday during the day, but let me know what other days you do. Saturday's the one day I can't make. Well, I can always watch your stream later too. That's one of the things that is cool about this is you don't necessarily have to be on time. You can actually watch the playbacks too. Okay, so that's gonna go in there. I want a little bit more of that there. All right, getting closer. I'd like a little bit more vibrance in this. It's all right. It doesn't need to be. This is not necessarily going for realistic here, so I'll give this a shot. Early on, I'll have to stream on weekends during the day due to my lighting situation. Oh yeah. I'll definitely try to tune it. If you're streaming on Sunday during the day, I can catch some of that, I think. I should be able to. Although the following week I would definitely I'll be more available. I'm still Still going to be kind of behind on some things because of work. That's a lot more. I want to just kind of add some of these sort of feathery indications here. So you're planning on ordering some light then? Some lighting? Lighting is definitely one of the more important parts of the whole setup. I'd say the lighting probably counts more than the camera. Oh boy, that's looking way too strong on the screen though. I wonder if, let's see what this is like. There we go, it's a little bit. Kind of try to fill this in a bit. I'll have to consider some. Oh, salmon pink. Let's see how that does in here. That's a little dry. For sure, I was messing with my camera tonight and realized that, oh, that you wouldn't be able to do it under the current lighting conditions. Yeah, I can even catch. Oh, this pen is just. I need to set all the bad ones aside. Some of these are totally dried out. Maybe some deep yellow here. Just has a lot more tonal variation in it than I'm seeing in the source, but that's all right. Let's see. I need to fill in the with the warm gray. Fill in some of this down here. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's a lot stronger than I meant to go with. Maybe just a couple of those strokes there. Oh, but I could really use some of that up in here for sure. Yeah, so that's fun. Kind of like how that's working out. It's kind of fun. This is my first drawing with color markers, so we'll see how it goes. It's totally an experiment. Who knows, I might not be a big marker guy, but I'm enjoying it right now. I do like to paint, so it's not that I don't deal in color a lot, although you probably see me just doing the black and white so far. For sure I'll mess with my camera tonight and realize that, oh wait, it said I will take some trial and error, or it will take some trial and error, but I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, that's how I'm doing everything here. I was talking about that at the beginning of the stream about how we sort of just, all creative process is about iteration, right? So you sort of try something, see what you like, see what the effect is, and adjust and try something else. It's all iteration. That's essentially, that's more or less all creative process in a nutshell is about that. I feel like there needs to be some more. See what this is. I need to figure out how these colors work. That's 7. That's 5. Maybe 3. I don't want warm gray. I think I want 3 of regular gray. I got 5 of green gray. Well, maybe I'll give green gray a chance up here. Oh, got another bad marker. Well, there's some to it, but getting a little bit of sort of feather effect that's kind of accidental from the way the markers kind of dried out. Let's see, where was the gray I was using? So it seems like there would be a little bit of this indication up in here. This like texturing around the eye. Let me go ahead and dive into the black real quick. The black is going too. That's too bad. Maybe it'll work on this end. Yeah, that's actually pretty good on that side, so that's better. Oops. And then this right here is just looking good so far. Gotta go. Take it easy. Thanks for dropping in, Dom Kizzle. It's great having your company. Look forward to seeing your stream when I can. And if I don't catch it when it's live, I'll definitely check it out. Afterwards, I think that it is definitely worth watching streams when they're not active too. When they're not live, I mean, also. I don't know how. I guess most people don't probably do that as much, but interesting. It's got almost look like kind of like little whiskers around its nose. Alright, let's give this a shot with, can I see a 9? Seems like 9 would be the thing. Maybe blue for the nose. A blue 9, blue-gray G9. Wow, exactly what I was looking for. What are the chances? Oh, that's actually so close to black that it doesn't, I should have used that for the, oh well. Okay, so I need a much lighter blue-gray. Probably this one. Oh, and it's dead. Let's see. Let's see about. Nope, totally gone. I'll try gray-green 5. There we go. What's the lightest one? Gray-green 3 maybe? Nope, that's a little too, actually I want that right there a bit. And I realized I needed this black a little bit more right here. And try blue-gray 1. Let's see if this, I want one that, yeah, that's what I want, is one that's actually light enough to fill the hole. There we go. A little bit there. All right. I might just go with Sharpie for the, well, I don't know. It wouldn't, well, there's some detail in that feather I need to do, so see how that works. Yeah, plan a little bit more for this overlapping that's happening. I'm gonna actually do this, as I was saying, the Sharpie in here, because this is not going to work with this marker. But I'm going to do some of these dark browns in here. So see how that works. Brown gray, that sounds like the color I'm looking for. Well, at least as a base. That tail down there needs to match that up there, so I better. All right, let's. I need a darker, maybe some cool gray in here. Yeah, it seems more like it. And likewise down here. All right, and go ahead and fill this all in with black. I really just want pure black all through here. All right, and I'm going to use the other my other Sharpie to finish these. Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear back what you guys think about the mixing and the variety. I know coming from Kit Slam's channel, you're probably used to following along with one piece for a while, so it might not be something that is as gratifying for the Kit Slam audience. It's just something I feel like I'd like to try for myself, though. I like to mix things up a little bit and see different things emerge. Let's see, where's maybe this warm gray. Let's see, not on that side, on this side. There we go. All right. Here's a little bit more brown in here, I think. Oh, that's dying. I think the bird looks cute. Thanks, Mrs. Kitten. Appreciate that. That brown is a little too brown. It looks like I'm blurring or blending that, but let's see. How have you been, Miss Kissel? Or Mrs. Kitten? I'm sorry, mixed your name with Kizzle. Mrs. Kitten. How are you doing out there? I knew as soon as I said that was wrong. I had a long day myself. I woke up this morning to discover that I had a security policy at work forced me to update my smartphone password, and I thought I knew the password I'd set it to, but I think I made an error when I dialed it in 2 times. It makes you set it twice, and yeah, so I woke up this morning and I couldn't get into my phone. I was a little freaked out because I actually have to use my phone to connect to the network. That's how I authenticate at work. So I'm good. It's fine, no worries. I'm tired from work today. It's a long day at work as well. Yeah, fortunately though, I was preparing to wipe my phone, and then when fortunately I wasn't able to figure out how to do that in the morning. And when I got into the office, they were able to reset it for me. So it was sort of a disaster averted in the end. I'm not quite getting that. I need like a much darker gray, maybe 7. Yeah, that seems more like it. That's a lot darker. I didn't mean to go that dark, actually. Now I just need one more pass of another. See if that was what? That was G5? Maybe, is there like a 2 or a 3 in here, maybe? Maybe 3 is what I need. Getting these values worked out is kind of challenging. That's better, I think. Starting to look a little bit more like it's the right shape, the right tone. That's all right. That's good enough. Okay, so down here though, that needs to be a little bit. That needs a little bit more. Let's see, so salmon, maybe barley beige. Let's see how that looks. That's a lot more red than I expect, or not red. Well, yeah, reddish. A little bit more orange than I was expecting. Oh, this side's dead. All right, I'm gonna go with I got potato brown, cream, and deep yellow. Either this one or brown gray, I guess, will be the color for down here. That's actually too warm in there, but it's actually about right in here. I think you must have to really know your markers to do this. This is definitely a learning experience for me, because I'm doing a lot of trying things out and going, oh, that is not the color I wanted. All right. And so what I want is, so that was cream. I kind of want more of like a green gray, I think, down there. Solid green gray. I got warm gray, I got pale blue, dark blue, warm gray, cool gray. Just had a green gray. Here's a green gray, but that's 3. Well, 3 would probably work. That's a lot darker than I expected. So yeah, learning lots. Way too dark. I want like maybe a 2 or a 1. No, I want a 1. I'm gonna go with blue gray. Well, let's see. There are a lot of these lines in here. Oh, but that's too light. Way too light. I'm sure after you've done this a while, you get a good sense for what is what it's going to look like on the paper and how it's going to layer. That's part of it, is how it's layering. That's what I'm sort of miscalculating here. I really like to get just that in there a little bit better. Maybe a warm gray. Oops, not that one. Yeah, that kind of balances it out a little bit. I just want it to have a nice round shape. So I'm really going for. I would like to have a little bit more of its sort of like its feathers indicated here. That's not happening. Boy, most of these markers are dead. I wonder if they're used. There we go. That's where I needed just a little bit of that in there. That's a little too dark though. All right. And I also need to do the tail. So I think orange would be the color back here. All right, kind of getting back to the end of the time I was planning on streaming, but I feel like I gotta wrap this up. A little bit of maybe this color for this down here. Don't quite want it to be white. All right, I'm just gonna start trying to work on the, hopefully I've got enough I need to separate that color out there enough. Just getting said, I saw some really chubby robins today. I think they puffed out their feathers to stay. They puffed out their feathers to stay warm. It was cold today. Yeah, it was a little cold here too. In fact, I heard it snowed for a little bit. It snowed for a bit here, and I hear it might snow a bit more tonight, but it's not too cold. It was above freezing. It's a bit above freezing. That's too bright. I'll go ahead and take that over here a bit, but that's definitely brighter than I was looking for. How cold is it there? Is it below freezing for you, Mrs. Kitten? It's vivid green. I want like a really light green. Pale green 59. I want like yellow green 43. Pale green 38. That I think is about maybe how light I want to go. Nah, it might be a little too light. No. Bummer. Maybe I'll try this around the edge because I don't know how much I want to do of it. I guess I could try stuff off canvas a bit. That's probably what I should start doing when I... There. only I had a really good pale. The high was in the 20s today, and right now it's only in 11 degrees. It only is 11 degrees. Oh wow, so you must be on the East Coast then. I heard there were some intense weather coming your way over there. Or maybe the mid coast. Or I mean the mid coast, not the mid coast. That's how tired I am. I woke up early this morning and I am struggling. This is the one I just tried and it's totally out too. Pale yellow. I really want just a really pale. Maybe I've got some markers falling down in here that I can pull up. Yeah, that's a little better. That's the one I had up there though, I think. Oh yeah, you are on the East Coast. Okay. I was trying to say the other possibility being Central, I guess, could also be affected like that. But yeah, East Coast is what I would have guessed. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to transition to the, see, there is kind of like a teal blue. I could try that. That's like a level 68. What is this? This is level 48. I need to go lower than 48. I'm getting a sense of how the tones work, of course, because they have the numbers, but the colors are a little harder to predict. 48, 59. No, I just have sort of a shortage of green options here. Not so great for this. There's a 46, so that's vivid green's a little lighter. I'll give that a shot. Oh my goodness! Wow, that is not lighter. So I guess I don't understand how the tones are working. This is way darker than I thought anything would be over here. Okay, let's see if there's maybe like maybe some green gray in here. Not that one. All right. That gray was a disaster. Terrible choice, but up there, that's not, no. Oh well. That's how I learn. Cool gray. Grass green. 47. Did I do grass green already? I wanted to do a bit of, I'll try a bit of, I want to get a little warmer up in here. Yeah, that'll work. That's okay. Did I try this pale green in here? I'm sure I must have. The pale green is really strong. Really, really strong. So let's put that down in here. I want to try to fix that gray that's kind of ruining things. Patch it up a bit. The thing is, these are a little too... I would try to fill this all in and have no white, but I just am not having any markers that are wet enough to lay out that much. Let's see, maybe the beige. No. These are all dry. Very dry markers. Alright, I'm gonna try to finish up what I'm doing down here then. It seems like it mostly looks like green down here, even though it's that's not quite the part of the problem might be my planning. I should probably not change colors so much and make more use of. Ugh, darn it. Find one nice, really wet marker. Well, it's not totally, but I was not expecting that much color. It says it's no, so I don't understand these numbers at all, because that's 46. And that is really dark. I'm gonna go ahead and fill some of, oops. So fill some of this in down here. And even though it looks mostly green on the screen there, I'm gonna try to make this branch have a more distinguished base. It could be rushing this too. That might be, but I am low on time. Wow, this marker is no good. There we go. That'll do for this. That, what happened to that not pale green? Let's see what this is. Oops. It's not all the color I wanted there, but I have a hard time keeping track of the colors I used. Oh, this might have been the color I wanted there. I dropped it. This is actually the color I could kind of use to fill in a lot of this white that I don't want. But I don't know, the overlapping in there is kind of busy. That's what I would have wanted instead of any of this gray. That gray was a learning experience, to put it positively. Let's try this. And then what I need to do is fill in, if I can just fill in this. So I really don't want these edges that are happening between them is really bad. The gaps are not desirable. Okay. So there we go. That's all right. So I think that's the stream for tonight. I'm gonna kill this. I hope you guys will stick around for a raid, because I'm trying to raid every day. Every time I stream anyway. So I'm gonna pull up Twitch. If somebody has a suggestion of somebody, oh, thanks, Catlin. Somebody has a suggestion, I'll take it. I'm thinking most likely I wanted to raid Critter Art though. Looks like if Kitslam's not up, so I'm gonna go with Critter Art. It's cute. I like it. Thanks. Thank you, Mrs. Kitten. I appreciate it. Appreciate that. It's encouraging. I had kind of a long, hard day, so it's nice to. I was kind of struggling through it, but it's good to hear some good feedback. I was suffering a little bit as I worked into that background there, but it turned out all right. So I'm going to my dashboard so we can raid Critter Art. Everybody, please stick around for Critter Art. Does somebody know the thing is? Let me see if I've got it. Is it up here? It's Subcreation Radiation is our raid call, and I'm not seeing it right now, but I know it's got to be in here. Subcreation Radiation. Oh. See, I know it's like, nope, I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna just pull out. I don't have the ability to put together the oh, I can do it right here. Okay, so it's the raid symbol, 3 of them, and then it's sub creation radiation, and then we'll just do this again. So if you guys could copy that and paste that when we get there, I'd really appreciate that. Just copy that like that and have it pasted here, ready to go. And I'm going to bring up Critter Art. And here we go. If everyone's ready, hope you have it copied. Might just be me. We'll see. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight. We got some progress, and I appreciate everyone joining me tonight. See you probably on Sunday night.